Please. Okay. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Uh, Myself, I'm Shwetak from Mapshare. Thank you for joining this Talk the Book show on the episode of 192, an unposted letter. So today we have a very special guest named Sireesha. So who is studying currently in Geetham, and she's pursuing a BTech course in ECE department, and then her schooling was from Basham High School. And few of her hobbies are like reading books, poetry writing, and drawing. So of her achievements that she has gained probably on school wise math olympiad winning team lead, like she's one of the team lead in the school wise like the math competitions and all, and school level NSO, NEO, and NMO gold medalist, and then essay writing elocution winner. So probably like she's into many hands of winning. So I think this introduction is very short for her to invite into the platform. So I would welcome Sai Sirisha to come on and tell about you, and just tell our students what is unposted book, how it is and what they can take from this book and all.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, first of all, for the introduction. Before I start my presentation, I'd also like to thank Academic Officer Matthew Srirangam Garu for coordination and inspiration. Also, the chairman of APSHI, Professor Ram Mohan Rao Garu, initiating this program and it's conducting regular sessions. I'd also like to thank my English professor, Dr. So, Unposted Letter is written by Master Mahatria. So, before we get into it, self-help book. Okay. This is a self-help book and a personality development book written by Mahatria Ra, and motivational speaker. So, about the book. What is the book about? So, Unposted Letters is a collection of reflective essays written by designed to guide readers through complex relationships, spirituality, and practical wisdom, offering insights that inspire self-reflection and transformation. The core purpose of the book is to serve as a toolkit, mental, and spiritual well-being. A challenge this life with a new sense of purpose and possibility. Each chapter is a letter, each an inspiring and reflective lesson that which you might just go to the next tab and select the title you find most compelling and start reading it. His words will guide you and motivate you. About the author. So Mahatria Ra was born in 1965 in Tamil Nadu. His birth name is T.K. Rajan. Mahatria is a name given by his followers and is often addressed as Master Mahatria. He graduated from the prestigious Indian Institute he started a training center called Alma Mater. So while all this is happening, while it was all good, he got a call that his classmate had committed suicide. This made Mahatria contemplate and question the significance of our education system if it does not tell a man how to lead his life. We are taught a lot of things in school: English, social, history, science, and everything. Along with that, school should also teach us how to lead our life. Everybody has this confusion: how to get into adult life, how to lead our lives. So he wanted to know and he went into reading. He read lots of books enlightening himself and came across this Chinese proverb: give a man a fish, you'll feed him for a day. Teach him how to fish, and you'll feed him for a lifetime. So this proverb transformed his journey. Then his journey took a transformative turn where he embarked on a quest for deeper meaning and spiritual fulfillment. He is the founder of Infinitism movement, which promotes holistic living by blending spiritual wisdom with practical approaches to achieve success and fulfillment. He is a spiritual teacher, motivational speaker, and author known for his profound insights on life and personal growth. Many people, like thousands of people, listen to his sessions and get inspired. His teachings emphasize love, peace, clarity of purpose, and inner transformation. Now let's look at the themes of this book. So he packs the book with various essays relating to themes almost everybody struggles with. What makes this book stand out is his ability to sweep through these various themes with a parental tone, which is motivating and enlightening. Highlighted themes are personal growth, relationships, spirituality, and practical wisdom. Personal growth and self discovery. Through his book, he inspires one to find his purpose, have clarity, and understand oneself to lead a successful and a peaceful life through self awareness, self discipline, and gratitude. Relationships. This is something the modern world struggles with. Uh, for a relationship is to be nurtured with utmost care. It takes time to build a healthy relationship, and one needs to work on towards it. Most people this generation do not know how to do that. They jump into things, and of course, when they need real support, they won't get any, and they get saddened by that fact. To build a healthy relationship, communication is the key. You need to communicate your ups and lows, ups and downs, and you have to grow together through problems to lead a better life and have a happy relationship. In one of his essays named A Relationship That Matters to You Most, he explains how our life would be in turmoil when we are not in healthy relationships. Suppose you had a fight with your person, with your mother, say, and then you go on to your work. You'd be thinking about that fight, what happened, what went wrong. You'd be thinking about that on the way to work, in work, which would disrupt your peace of mind and also your personal life and your work life. Now, spirituality, he intertwines spirituality with life lessons and talking about mindfulness and peacefulness, especially in this fast growing world we live in. And practical wisdom. What is practical wisdom? It is the ability to make thoughtful decisions that align with one's values while navigating the challenge of daily life. It is about bridging spirituality and pragmatism. So, in his book, he provides actionable advice to improve daily living, such as maintaining consistency in habits, work life balance, and handling stress. The lessons are grounded in relatable, real world scenarios. And about the structure of the book. The book is comprised of short essays or letters. It needn't be it needn't be read in a particular order. That means it has a non-linear approach. You can choose whatever title you find the most compelling and you can read it. And they don't have any connections. All the chapters don't are not linked. And thematic variety, comprising a lot of themes, heavy themes in one book is a hectic task, and he does the best. Relatable scenarios. His metaphors are relatable, which helps us in understanding what he means. And let's look at some thought-provoking and reflective chapters. This is the first chapter. Today is his gift unto you. He starts the book with this chapter. I think it is a very grateful and conscious opening. He talks about how a gift is not a material but an outlook, to look out at the heart behind the material. Many people are connected with materials. That is because they recognize the heart behind it. Each gift, each material is laced with memories. That is why it is dear to some people. But we needn't, so materials are materials. Only if you look at the heart behind it, you'll understand the true value of a gift. So today is his gift, he says. His gift meaning God. Today is an eternal gift given by God, he says. Today is an eternal gift, and we need to be gracious about it because we never know when we go to sleep today, we're going to wake up tomorrow. That is a pressing thought we need to think about. That means that changes a lot of things. We're uncertain about tomorrow. So we have to live our fullest and give justice to today. He tells from his writings that we need to give it our best and live forgetting the past. No, not forgetting the past. We shouldn't let our past blend with the present, but we have to take its teachings, what our past has taught us, and implement it in our today. The next one is there is no easy way to the top. We hear this a lot. It is a simple statement, but a lot can be said about it. There is no easy way to the top. Successes and failures. We look at people with success stories, often only looking at the success. Failures are a stepping stone. We hear this. Let's take an example of Ratan Tata. An automobile industry. One day home, Ratan Tata was looking at a family, a wife, a husband, and a child, and rain drenched. And he thought, I need to create something a middle class family can afford and are comfortable with. And hence he came up with the nano car. But beware, it was not a success immediately. It had its flaws. And so when he went to Jaguar to sell it, they humiliated Ratan Tata. They humiliated him by telling him that he has no potential. But the important point to notice is that Ratan Tata did not give up. He did not get crushed from that humiliation and did not give up. He did not give up. He worked on a better model and hence is very successful. There is no easy way to top. Now, to go to the top, that if you're ascending the steps, you get more weight to your back. Higher the ambition, higher is the pressure, higher is the weight behind your back. You mustn't give up. After all, there has to be a difference between a history reader and a history maker. Of course, history reader will read history, will read what these successful people did, and we think, oh, I have this idea, I can implement it. And yes, you might have the potential to implement it, you might have the brains, but you also need to have a courageous heart to take the failures, to to understand and to develop those failures, to do something better. Another one is the vital few and trivial many. The vital few and trivial many. So this is about the 80 by 20 principle by Wilfredo Pareto. He's an Italian economist. He discovered the 80 by 20 principle in 1897, which is now referred to as the Pareto's rule. So he discovered that 80% of the output results from 20% of the input. 80% of consequences flow from 20% of causes, and 80% of results come from 20% of the effort. So when a student covers 80% of his syllabus in 20% of his study hours, and in his examination, about 80% of the question paper comes from 20% of his syllabus. So here the 20% is the vital few, and the 80% is the trivial many. What are they saying by this? They're saying that to focus on the strong and make them stronger. There's a saying, a person who knows everything is good at nothing. He might be average at it, he might be good, he might know all the things, but he didn't excel any of them. one trait is enough, one quality, if you excel, it could take your life to next level. So focus on the strong and make them stronger. Start celebrating exceptional productivity instead of trying to raise the average effort, Mahatria says. The next one, the need to be respected is far greater than the need to be guided. This is self explanatory, and I think everybody can relate to it. The need to be respected is far greater than the need to be guided. So, nobody likes being given advices when they didn't ask any. Though our intentions may be noble, sometimes our attempt to guide people, especially unasked for, makes them feel not respected. Let's take a scenario in which a father and a son, okay? So the father from the son's childhood provides him with everything. He teaches him a lot of things, he provides him with opportunities, and finally the son is at a good position and is very successful. The father felt respected when he was younger because the son was following whatever orders his father had given him. Now, the son says he is busy with his work life. He cannot talk to him more often because he's busy. He feels like the father is taking up his personal space. Now, the father feels disrespected because he doesn't get the same respect he got from his son before. Now, what do we understand from this? When it comes to children and parents, children have their own body, children have their own soul. Children are separate from their parents, though there are some similar traits. It is the parents' duty to guide the children, but not take control over them. So the need to be respected is far greater than the need to be guided. Some highlighted chapters are everybody has an explanation for everything, and everybody wants to have the last word. Everybody wants to have the last word. Everybody thinks they're entitled to their opinion and that it is right. So, what this explores is human ego, communication dynamics, and importance of letting go of need to always win arguments to control conversations. Change, you should allow change in your life. You shouldn't entitle yourself to one opinion and stick over it. That doesn't make you anything, that doesn't make you great. This scenario usually occurs because of ego versus empathy, and ego usually wins. The last word always comes from a place of pride or insecurity. So, by this always trying to have the last word, you're trying to dominate conversations instead of having conversations. It can strain your relationships and create unnecessary conflict and distance. And the next one is where man's responsibility ends, existential responsibility takes over. In this, Master Mahatria talks about waiting and waiting for. These are different things. Let's take another scenario where a man sits for his interview, which is at 9:30. He's early at 8:30. He's constantly looking at his watch. When is it going to become 9:30? He's stressing over the interview. How am I going to do it? He's worrying himself. 9:30. When is 9:30 going to happen? When is it going to come? When he stresses over this and say he rocked that interview. He is that interview, even with that stress. Now you think he aced it, and then he think, do I actually need to pressure myself with this stress? Do you actually need to stress over things? We should I think we should let things go on their own accord instead of waiting for things. We should just wait, let things happen, because things will happen when they need to. These are some quotes from the book. A pawn, if used well, will become the queen. Now, I don't know any chess, but sure, this can be applied in real life. Many people lose their confidence, lose their charisma because they don't have the resources. they feel depressed. I don't have the resources. If I had this instrument, I would have rocked. I would have become the master of it. You would say that. Everybody will think that. But if your intention is to do it, if you really want to do it, you will find a way to do it. However much less resources you have, you can still work your way up. Now we see, for an example, Instagram social media influencers. Are they someone before this? No, they built it on their own. A pawn, if used well, will become the queen. They're now leading even, they're now regarded higher even than celebrities, you know. And the greatest compliment one can give to oneself is to declare, I'm an open book. I'm an open book, clear mind, very conscious, and free thoughts flow through you. I'm an open book is a very is the greatest thing and the greatest compliment one can have. Distractions are must for attraction. So this might be a little hard to understand, but take an example. There's a task you have to do, and the deadline of it is in 2 days. Say, task A, you have to finish it in some time. Now, do another task instead of task A. Master Mahatria says, take another task B and start working on it. And now, when you see the deadlines nearing, you'd want to focus on task A and sit through it until you complete it. So that's how distraction. Prayer is communication with existence. Meditation is a communion with existence. Meditation is a higher form of prayer. Prayer is a communication with existence. We pray God for a lot of things. Almost, it's almost like harassing him. Instead of praying for him, you're talking about your problems, you're telling him your problems. But doing such things is going to do no good for you. Instead of that, if you meditate, spend time with yourself, talk to yourself for a bit, and connect spiritually, it would do you better and you can lead a peaceful life. I am here to be I. This is a problem, you can say a lot of teenagers face. They want to be somebody else. They want to be popular. They want to be cool. They want to be someone they're not. We have to understand that every human being is unique. They are made to be unique. Then why are they striving to be the same? You are here to be you. Express your thoughts. Don't be afraid with what they're going to think about you. You have to be yourself. I am here to be I, and only then you will find true happiness and real joy. This is self-explanatory. Happiness is a state of being, not a state of doing. Everybody tries to find happiness in materialistic things, taking selfies with pictures, going to movies. Yes, they are. But happiness is a state of being. You have to live in the moment. You have to experience it in the moment, not expect happiness in future. And forgiving is the ultimate act of self-love. This is also self-explanatory. Forgiving is the ultimate act of self-love. People have a hard time accepting that they are at fault. It happens. You might be at fault, but you have to accept that you can do better. You can be better. You can evolve from your mistakes. You can do better. Forgiving yourself and forgiving others for the mistakes you did only after correcting them is the greatest act of self-love. And let's talk about his writing style. Mahatria Ra's words flow gently, much like a parent guiding their child with tenderness and patience.
offering wisdom without judgment. Each sentence is crafted with thought and vivid metaphors, painting vivid emotions and relatable scenarios. His use of metaphors transforms abstract concept into tangible lessons everybody can understand, nurturing and nourishing. Clarity, tone of the book, writing style, and universal relevance are the strengths of this book. We have discussed the tone of the book and writing style. Let's see what this universal relevance is. Everybody, from the start of human life, everybody felt stress, self doubt, and finding purpose. This book helps in understanding ourselves better and transforming ourselves to be better. Adaptability to modern life. This is our world right now is very fast paced. It is evolving very quickly like a logarithmic graph. In this fast world, maybe all we need to do is take things slow. Maybe that is all we need. For that, we need to teach ourselves mindfulness and peace and gratitude. The more the world changes, the more timeless truths like love, forgiveness, and gratitude remains constant. Whatever might happen, love, forgiveness, and gratitude, these are the foundations of our emotions. These are what binds us as humans. However, isolating we want to be, companionship is what and is how we get through life. Humans are meant to be together, humans are meant to navigate life together. So, whatever might happen, however much we degrade and the world degrades, love, forgiveness, and gratitude can change it all. Some key takeaways: self awareness is the key to growth. So, personal growth starts with understanding yourself, your emotions, strengths, areas for improvement to be better. You have to be self aware. You have to understand yourself and you have to better yourself, or else that self awareness is going to do nothing. Relationships thrive on empathy and communication. Healthy relationships require active listening, open communication, and the ability to see situations from another perspective. Happiness is a choice. Rather than waiting for external circumstances, the book teaches that happiness is an intentional decision that comes from gratitude and mindfulness. You have to accept, you have to tell yourself that you are worthy of happiness, that you are worthy of love because you are, and happiness will come to you. Forgiveness brings freedom. It does, instead of trying to trying to change somebody's opinion is not going to help you very much because change cannot be brought by another person. Change has to come from within oneself. So, what you can do to give yourself peace, inner peace, and freedom is forgive yourself and others. Consistency over perfection. Small, consistent efforts in any area of life, be it relationships, health, or spirituality, lead to long term success. Now, instead of learning heavy topics at once, instead of starting strong, instead of starting on a big topic, we can take it slow. Learn small, break the heavy topic into smaller pieces and learn them consistently. Spend a certain amount of hours every day, and you'll notice a change over a certain period of time. Now, for an example, take a student, and every day he learns a new word. He learns a new word, just one word every day. And over a period of time, you'll see that now he has a treasure of vocabulary in an easy way. It is a very simple and easy way due to consistency. After reading this book, it has encouraged me to live in the present moment and not let the past affect me in moving forward. And now I started to being consistent and to be a better version of myself. It deepened my understanding of inner peace and purpose. So I'd like to conclude with a quote. In the end, it is not the letters we post, but the unposted ones, those that express our deepest thoughts, that truly shape our lives. We need to talk to ourselves, spend time with ourselves, and perfect in the areas we are flawed so that we can truly shape our lives. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sai Sireesha. It's like more like a new learning for me from all these things. So I hope all our viewers also have learned something out of this, and they would also start, looking into referring into such kind of books and many other things in future. So any other concluding words that you can drop for our viewers?
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I am thrilled to be here to take up such a stage, to be given such a stage and given a voice. Thank you so much.